and welcome to Jesus Christ Prison Ministry and another video Bible study. Our topic, Psalm 88. O Lord, the God who saves me, day and night I cry out before you. May my prayer come before you. Turn your ear to my cry. Interesting dichotomy here. He starts out with, O Lord, the God who saves me. And yet, he is crying out because he's in trouble. My prayer comes before you, he says. My soul is full of trouble, and my life draws near the grave. But you see, he knew where to turn. Those who do not believe in God do not have a faith of the hereafter. But those of us who know God intimately and personally, we don't have to worry about death. Death is just a sleep. We just go to sleep in the grave and wait until the day that Jesus comes and calls forth the dead. I am counted among those who go down to the pit. I am like a man without strength. I am set apart for the dead, like the slain who lie in the grave, whom you remember no more, who are cut off from your care. Do you understand? When you go into the grave, you're cut off. There is no more remembrance of you. God does not have people flitting around heaven yet, except for Moses, Enoch, Elijah, and a very few others that were raised specifically as first fruits. But other than those very few, all the rest of humanity is lying, sleeping in the grave, waiting for the great resurrection morning. At that point in time, says Matthew, God will separate the righteous from the wicked. So everyone is simply laying in the grave. You have put me in the lowest pit, in the darkest depths. Your wrath lies heavily upon me. You have overwhelmed me with all your waves. There are times in life when this is the way we feel. I've been through it. God allows this in order to keep us humble, in order to keep us directed towards Him. Otherwise, we might get arrogant, forget God, think it was our power that gave us all of this wealth and whatever we have. But it is not our doing. You have taken from me my closest friends and have made me repulsive to them. I am confined and cannot escape. My eyes are dim with grief. How often we want to blame God. We must remember there is evil in the world, and God allows evil to work its power so that people understand we need God. I am confined and cannot escape. My eyes are dim with grief. I've been there. I'm sure you have. I call to you, O Lord, every day. I spread out my hands to you. Do you show your wonders to the dead? Do those who are dead rise up and praise you? Is your love declared in the grave, your faithfulness in destruction? Are your wonders known in the place of darkness, or your righteous deeds in the land of oblivion? The obvious answer is no, because it is a land of oblivion. Okay? It is a place of destruction. It is a place of the dead. Dead is dead, not alive. Therefore, But I cry to you for help, O Lord. In the morning, my prayer comes before you. Every morning, we need to be praying, asking God for strength and help, protection throughout the day. Why, O Lord, do you reject me and hide your face from me? From my youth I have been afflicted and close to death. I have suffered your terrors and am in despair. Your wrath has swept over me. Your terrors have destroyed me. All day long they surround me like a flood. They have completely engulfed me. You have taken my companions and loved ones from me. The darkness is my closest friend. There are times when we believe this, when we feel like this. But God is around. Now, many times, our own actions have precipitated these problems. When we do not live in accordance with God's commandments, by living His perfect, holy, and righteous life, the natural consequence of breaking God's law, such as stealing or committing adultery or coveting what doesn't belong to us or not being content with what we have and not honoring our parents, etc. These things have consequences, and they usually bring trouble into our lives. So God allows it so we understand it's time to come back to Him. It is time to spread out our arms to Him and say, Lord, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Help me to live your holy, perfect, righteous, sinless, commandment-keeping life. He will help you if you are serious. Put forth the effort. And then you'll find the joy of the Lord in your heart. Thank you for joining me and Jesus Christ for another video Bible study.